My friend Sean Law asked me a simple question on LinkedIn. Do you have a definition for the term agent harness? I looked around and nobody really does. Simon Willison writes extensively about agents but leaves the harness unspecified. Andrei Karpathy describes what harnesses do without defining what they are. Anthropic's guide to building effective agents is really a guide to harness engineering, but they never use the word. So let me fix that. An agent harness is everything that constrains, shapes, and defines what an agent can do. It has 4 components. First, tools. The tools you give the agent: file read and write, bash execution, code execution, web search, whatever the agent can call on. Second, environment, where those tools run, a sandboxed file system, a notebook kernel, a voice app. Third, hard controls. These are architectural limits. The agent literally cannot do the thing. No network access means it cannot phone home. No keychain access means it cannot read your passwords. Hard controls are built into the system. Fourth, soft controls. These are prompted nudges, instructions that tell the agent to prefer certain behaviors or follow certain procedures. The agent can still deviate, soft control steer. They do not bind. Together, these 4 components define the agent's action space. The action space is the set of all things the agent can actually accomplish. Change any one component and the action space changes. Now, the distinction between hard and soft controls matters more than you might think. Let me show you with 3 examples. Take a coding agent like Cursor or OpenCode. The tools are broad, file read and write, bash, code execution, web search. The environment is a sandboxed file system. Hard controls: no keychain access, no privilege escalation. Soft controls, prefer Python, follow the repo's testing conventions, ask before running destructive commands. A data science agent extends this. Same tools, same hard controls, but it adds a Marimo notebook kernel to the environment. The soft controls steer the agent to do all its work inside the notebook rather than in separate files. The agent could work in standalone Python files. It has the tools, but I steer it toward the notebook because that is where the analysis lives. Here is where it gets interesting. I use an interview agent inside Voicepal. It is prompted to ask me questions and not give me answers. When I say I don't know, you tell me. It says I'd love to, but my role is to ask you questions. That sounds like a hard control, but it is not. I can get around it. I say, how about you tell me one option and ask me what I think about it? And it says, fair, and then gives me the option. The soft control bent without breaking. That is the nature of soft controls. They are persuasive, not binding. A determined user can work around them while staying within the letter of the prompt. Hard controls do not have this property. If you do not give the agent a tool, no amount of clever prompting will conjure it. There is a pattern across all 3 examples. The harness is defined by what you include and what you exclude. Every tool you withhold is as much a design decision as every tool you provide. 2 harnesses can share nearly identical hard controls and still produce different behavior because the soft controls steer the agent in a different direction. So, the next time someone brings up agent harnesses, you have a definition. Tools, environment, hard controls, soft controls. Together they define the action space. And the difference between hard and soft controls is the difference between architecture and persuasion.